Alrighty, boys. Well,
what's good?
We're back. Ready than ever?
We back.
Hey.
We back.
Feeling
back
good.
in the nap.
For sure.
ASAP from the nap.
First things
And
first, we got to
back.
thank everybody for the support, man. We got over 500 views, over 33 likes, 59 subscribers. I mean, that's pretty damn good for a first episode. That's some pretty good support.
That was some of the best support that we appreciated. Within the first week, that was insane. That was insane.
I did not expect that kind of
not
feedback
at all,
bro. Especially after the first shot.
I know,
like,
dude.
Come on now.
I mean, shit, our first run, Ethan. Stop.
Yeah, stop. I was like,
you choking up on me, bro?
He got a little nervous.
We gotta figure this out.
I was like, bro, you can't be choking up on me now. Come on.
But yeah, we just want to thank you guys so much for that, man. Your support really does mean a lot to us.
Definitely.
No doubt.
Appreciate the feedback.
And just letting y'all know, keep tuning in because we got some pretty big time guests coming on the pod. So stay tuned for that.
Exciting stuff.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, boys. First things first, we're gonna roll into the just overall basketball. Who was your most surprising team from the NBA? It could be good or bad. Just who's your more surprising team? Ethan, who you got?
I kind of just stuck with the Suns because I really personally didn't see them going like how they're playing this year.
No.
Especially with I knew they had D-Book, but DeAndre Ayton, they got Rubio this year. Kelly Oubre's really stepped up this year, and I mean they're in like they're top 4 team.
I
already.
told you
Yeah.
they're gonna get some respect this year.
Yeah.
No, but
Definitely.
That's pretty
Ayton's
crazy,
suspended 25 games though, and they're doing that without him. But
doing that without him
He's
says
still
a
a big
lot.
piece.
They're sitting
No
at
doubt.
5-3 right now.
5-3,
That's
yeah, it's not bad.
7th in the West.
I mean, I know in our previous episode, I shit on Ricky Rubio, but dude, the thing is,
told you.
this man is cooking.
He's played consistent.
I just don't really necessarily fuck with Rubio as a player, but I mean, the dude is
funny.
dishing out. Like the assist numbers for the Nets, the Suns, they were talking about ESPN, have gone up since he's joined the team. They're distributing the ball really well,
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Rubio not gonna go out there and give you like 15. He's not gonna give you like 15, 20 every night.
He can
But
give
he'll
at
get
least
you some
15.
assists.
He's gonna make you some
He's
plays,
a good
though.
3-point shooter too.
Exactly.
He can shoot the ball
100%.
well.
Yeah, bro.
100%, man. Who you
What about
got,
you,
Trey?
Trey?
For
Who's
me,
yours?
I hate to be the guy, but I got the Lakers, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Honestly,
I was like,
I
because
feel
you
you.
know how the Lakers are. The Lakers fans are every year. We're going all the way.
Yeah, but this season,
They're geeked.
Some
right now.
serious hype.
7-1.
They're geeked. They
LeBron.
look
not
nice.
too bad.
Damn
Not
near on the
too
verge of
shabby.
averaging a triple-double.
Braun
Mhm.
is going all.
But
Everybody
here's
is
my
eating on
question
the
to you
team.
though. Do you think that they're somewhat over loading LeBron in that aspect just because night in and night out
let
he's
LeBron take
just
if
run that
LeBron
show?
if he says he feels good, if I'm fucking listening to LeBron. If he says he feels good and he feels like taking over,
The thing is
There you go.
he's got the Wash King trend going. He's using that motivation that he heard all off season from being out of the playoffs
Exactly.
early. He's listening to that, and it's fueling him. And he's on another level.
Caruso is
bro,
nice.
he's a dog. I swear to God, I was watching his highlights all yesterday, bro.
Dude, he's a dog.
Since
the white
They're
man.
undefeated with him playing, aren't they? Are they not?
I think
This
so.
season?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And since me and Elijah, we all brought up. It was like last week. He brought up that dunk on Durant, and dude, I swear, since he's had like 3 bang outs in the game.
Bro,
like,
he's just like he's athletic.
Johnson
he's
from the
probably
Heat.
the most athletic white boy I've seen in the NBA.
Did you see that
Oh,
dunk he
yeah.
had? Johnson just straight
yeah,
got
he got out the way
He
so
was
quick, bro.
he
He's
was
like,
nah,
I'm
I
not
don't
messing with
know.
that.
He don't want no parts, bro.
No
Caruso be
parts of
flying,
that.
though.
No parts. Elijah, who you got, man?
Shoot, I think what's really impressive, it surprised me the most, is Toronto being at 6-2, and even Boston at 7-1. Like but that losing Gordon Hayward's gonna hurt him. moving
Man, I
forward.
love
He's
Gordon
been,
Hayward.
he's been
I'm
playing
tired
out of his
watching him get
mind.
hurt, bro. I really want to see this dude ball out.
But
Man.
I think Toronto and Miami, like, they're playing
for
well because
sure,
I think
man.
the East, the way you're looking at the Eastern or Western standings, it's pretty much everyone's kind of where you expect them to be, kind of so far, except for maybe Phoenix in the 7th spot. But
Did they say how long
I think
Gordon
mainly
Hayward's
the
gonna
East.
be out?
I don't even know, but that man can't catch a break.
a few
Yeah,
months,
that's
cannot.
so
That's
rough.
fractured
Because the
hand,
thing
that's-
is, like, Steph just broke his hand too, and
Yeah,
they're saying it's
they
going to be
super
3 to
out.
4 months. So is Hayward going to be out 3 to
Bro,
4 months?
And they were
Like,
literally saying this year how like he's finally getting back into that old form. Like how
I
he looked
know.
like
He
old.
really
That's why I was
was,
out.
bro.
Dang.
He
I
really
mean, didn't
was.
he drop like 39 or something? He went like 17
Dude,
for 20 from the field. Like,
he is a dog,
holy
like-
hell.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
He
it's
had
a
like
beast.
27
He's
through
not
3
to be played
quarters
with.
in that last game.
He's
before
not
he
to
got
be
hurt.
played with.
LaMarcus Aldridge's big ass ran into him, though. I mean, you can expect to break your hand on that brick wall. Jesus Christ. But one of my more surprising teams, honestly, man, I got to go with the Mavs. Like, I knew that they were going to compete. I knew they were going to be competing in the Western Conference, like, knowing that they have Luka and, obviously, Porzingis. But the thing is, like, I didn't expect them to do this well this early. Like, I thought it was going to take some time for them to actually get used to one another. Because outside of Kristaps and Porzingis, I don't see that team, like, as, do you know what I'm saying? They're not as well as like some of the other Western Conference
I wouldn't see them
teams,
being up there in that top caliber.
Yeah, I just didn't see that early on, but they've proven like they belong in the West, bro. They are a team to be reckoned with.
Luka, he's definitely made a name for himself over the years. Obviously,
oh yeah.
Like,
so
I feel like him and this
20 years
him
old,
and that
bro.
Porzingis duo is actually, you know, it's gonna take some time.
Bro,
Porzingis
like
coming back off of an injury, so I mean, it's just gonna take some time for them to catch their rhythm and, you know, get in a swing of things. But other than that, like, shit, I mean, I feel like they're playing really well.
The Western
at this
Conference is
point.
already like you got 4 teams sitting at 6-3. Like it's tight. It's early, but I think if it stays like this the rest of the season, it's gonna be.
Dude, the West is just so fun to watch.
It still is so early in the season.
It is.
Literally
I
running gun
the NBA.
basketball.
It's just,
But the numbers of like people, the scoring numbers are up. Yeah, Dame scoring 60,
Bro, and
D'Lo 52.
Yeah, but the thing is, in those games though, they lost. Like D'Lo dropped 52 and the Warriors lost. But the thing is, the Warriors are without obviously Steph, Clay, Draymond without that night.
Didn't Dame just have 60 and they 60-point game and
he
they
had
lost?
60 and they lost. But didn't they lose to the Nets or something like that? And he dropped.
I'm not even sure who they were.
I think it was
that
against
game.
the Nets, but I think Kyrie also went off that game. So I mean,
Bro,
Kyrie's putting up big numbers in games, and he's also losing them too. It's just some people don't have their pieces that they need. Obviously, they need KD.
Oh yeah, they need.
Stephen A. was saying like before this season, like all the years he's been in the media and everything, like this is his favorite year that he's ever been ready to just watch the NBA.
Because
like,
it's so wide open. Anybody has a chance to go get it because everybody, like damn near, I'm not saying like everyone in the West is a super team, but everyone's got some dudes on their team.
matchups are
I'm
insane.
gonna just say the Golden State, they just need to get it together this year. It's just gonna be one of those years that they're just gonna have to take a step down from the pedestal,
to
bro.
that. Since Steph Curry did break his hand and they have Clay out and Draymond has been hurt this season already, how do you feel like they should go throughout this season
Everybody wants to take their day off. They see homeboy taking a day off, so that's what I feel like.
Golden State's 2-8 right now, and I mean it's not looking good.
It's not.
That's
what is Big Dude's name on the team? He's
Cauley Stein.
No, not Cauley Stein.
Are you talking about Damian Jones?
I think that's his name.
The dude from Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
are you talking about him?
Clip.
Yeah. It's just
you got 5 in like the first half or something like that.
Yeah, I mean
like 5 threes or something.
The thing is with the Warriors, I feel like at this point you damn near have to tank
just because
and
get the first pick.
And you can
get back healthy.
Just imagine that once everyone comes back healthy and they get like a top 5 pick. Oh my. They're back in it.
And literally. I know it sucks that they're missing out for Clay this year, but he's going to be back next year too, right?
No, yeah. Because Clay already said he's not playing this season.
I kind of agree with that, actually. If they were to tank like that...
He's not coming back either because, I mean, they're already starting off so bad. Like, they don't see themselves in the playoff contention, so there's no point in him coming back. So.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and don't risk it for the biscuit, bro.
Yeah, don't risk it. I mean, because
the West is too loaded.
Yeah, and the thing is, you got to think, by the time Steph comes back, they're going to be in a shithole. I mean, they're going to be...
Yeah,
they're going to be like having one of the worst records in the league. Like they're just not because Steph is such a vital part of that team. Without him, that team can't even function. Like and without Clay too, and Draymond's been out for a period of time this season already. Like
and since you bring up tanking to get the number 1 pick, college basketball did start this week, and there's some good candidates for the number 1 pick.
Dude,
those are some good.
You got to think games. Wiseman put up 28, Cole Anthony put up 34.
We'll get to Wiseman because we know what's going on.
What's his name?
Tyrese
put up 26.
That was insane. Facing the number 1 team too.
His first game, his first college game like that.
Yeah, and the thing is, Maxey doing it in match. Like we were just talking about it last episode. In the fucking Mecca puts up 26.
You got Dickie V commentating
the game. It's a step back 35 footer.
Me showed the NBA range right there.
Me and Elijah were talking. What did that shot remind you of, Elijah? That Maxey shot on Aaron
reminded
Henry.
me of Dame Lillard's shot on Paul George.
No.
I hate to say it.
Got him. But I mean, so of those
yeah.
performances, whose performance impressed you the most and why? Go ahead.
I said Cole Anthony just because I watched I would watch the YouTube videos of his high school games all the time. So, like, just seeing him play, I was glad that he had a first game like that. And what did you say, Elijah, about him? Like, he had it was like the
most
best first scoring.
Most points scored by a freshman in ACC.
Yeah, like that's impressive to me.
That shows
like,
you this
that
dude's
shows
legit.
you.
Oh, he's been working with NBA trainers for a while. Like you can kind of see he's just like that.
And you were telling me he reminded you
caliber.
of somebody.
Cole Anthony reminds me kind of like a Damian Lillard. He can create his own shot. He's a really good shooter. He can dish. He can drive. Like, he just reminds me of a Damian Lillard type.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
I feel like he really can. He's spot up too. Like,
He
he's spot
is.
up. He can really
He's
pick
nice.
he can pick any spot on the floor and like decide to score from there. Like, he can shoot. He score off the dribble. All that. He's quick, versatile.
And I'm
That's
not a
what I gotta
huge-
be with Cole Anthony on that one too. So.
I'm not a huge like UNC fan, but like I really hope that they do well this year, just because I like how he's playing. Like I
He
want to
reminds
see
me of
him
what's the
get
little
out there
dude's
on
name on the
like-
He's plays for Boston. He's just got on Boston.
Carson Edwards?
Yeah, Carson. That's who he kind of
Edwards,
reminds me
yeah.
of.
Carson, dude,
But
he
he's
really put
really-
on in the
he's
tournament,
He's-
dog.
his
Carson's
athleticism.
tourney is what got him to the
Dude,
league. I think.
yeah.
The
Oh,
Big Ten
easily.
tourney right there. Oh
Definitely.
my gosh.
Dude, he's really the definition
Cassius
of pull up.
Stanley for
Cassius
Duke.
Stanley
There were
did
some
great.
great games. Like there was
Cassius Stanley for Michigan State?
for Duke.
Oh, okay.
Insane
Oh, I'm thinking of
athleticism.
Cassius Winston. Okay, go ahead.
He's been on the come up for a while. Like everyone, if you like watched any high school highlights, like you've seen.
See,
that
yeah, I
he's-
saw him
He's
around.
for real, and he showed it. I thought.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean,
These boys, they getting serious. They getting busy out here on the court, bro. They too athletic, bro.
Dude.
They just keep evolving.
It's
Lord.
getting to that point. The
I mean,
game is getting
in
too
all
easy.
honesty, I think Maxi's performance impressed me the most because I feel like he really proved that he can do it all on the floor. He literally him and Cole Anthony had like the same type of game. They proved that they can dish, they can drive, they can shoot. And Maxi did it against Michigan State, the number one team in the whole damn country, on the
Exactly,
biggest
yeah.
stage in Madison Square Garden. Do you realize how much guts it takes to actually
the Mecca?
the Mecca, baby, the center of basketball. This man literally pulled up from almost half court on Aaron Henry. Do you realize how much
Dude.
guts that takes
right-
to hit the dagger?
Right back at him. He's just cheesing right at him.
It's
It's like-
funny as hell.
Hit the damn
I
dagger.
ain't even mad at it. I love it.
All right, but anyways, transitioning on. Now, let's talk about the Pacers a little bit. Now, not necessarily their play or whatever. I'm just talking overall. Who is your favorite all-time Pacer other than Reggie?
Now-
Reggie, who would you go
Yeah,
with?
and I feel like for most Indiana people, Reggie is their
Yeah,
guy.
he's the
Go-to,
go-to.
yeah.
So I mean, how can he not? But when I was kind of weighing the options, I picked George McGinnis just because real old time player,
Solid.
and my favorite old time player is Dr. J. And McGinnis transitioned from the ABA to the NBA, started playing with the Sixers, and I've just liked them ever since. Like I used to play that game. I used to play with that team on 2K all the time. So I'd say McGinnis is probably mine.
I gotta go with Jermaine O'Neal.
Oh,
I respect
Shout
that.
out to OG.
Jermaine O'Neal,
The
bro.
OG.
He was tough. I love him, bro. He was definitely a team leader back then. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. That like the early 2000s, bro.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't because the
He was
thing
a
is,
game changer. He was like, I really would have put him up there with like Ben Wallace and
Oh,
the rest of them. dudes.
oh,
Like,
yeah.
definitely. he was up there.
mean.
I
those
think
first
Ben
few
Wallace
years.
is one of the most like underappreciated and
If he
disrespected
doesn't,
players
if he doesn't
in NBA
get
history.
inducted to
I
the Hall
agree.
of Fame, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, I'll be livid. Dude,
Dude,
that dude
man
was a
threw it
dog.
down.
He was only 6'8"
Undrafted,
too.
bro.
Well, I loved when he rocked the fro though. The fro
fro
was,
was
the best.
legendary.
He was on the cover of
The
2K.
braids
He
were
was on the cover of
crazy.
2K05.
Bro,
Have
I
it in
love
the
the
closet
page
right
Jermaine
now.
Are you
O'Neal.
serious?
Well, you literally have that game in the closet with
Remember
fucking
2K5? He had the
Yeah,
fro.
he's just he's going.
That was the nastiest
Bro.
cover.
It really, for sure,
like,
for sure.
damn.
But like whenever it comes to choosing a player other than Reggie, it's
Hey,
just tough for me.
Don't skip me now.
Oh well, okay, then go on. Who's yours?
I would say Jalen
I'm
Rose
sorry.
or Paul George.
I respect
course,
Rose.
Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose.
I mean,
okay.
Jalen Rose
nice.
was clean, bro. I fucked with
The
Jalen.
Fab Five.
I
He's
love
a
Jalen
legend.
Fab
Rose.
Five. Hey,
Legendary,
they were
bro.
revolutionary. Like they were the
Yeah.
first ones to rock the black socks, the long
The
shorts. Did you see
bro,
that
everything,
documentary,
yeah.
the
I've watched
Fab
that,
Five?
Yeah, I've watched that thing.
It's one of
a
my
few
favorite
times.
30 for 30.
Chris Webber
shorts.
banging out as an AAU player in like 6th grade.
Chris Webber was raw, bro. He was just like he was before his time, bro. Chris Webber.
Mhm.
I'm
That's
definitely
pretty
saying he's
insane.
before his time.
So
He's too athletic.
it's just tough for me to choose a player other than Reggie because I really like the early 2000s teams like Steven Jackson, Jamal
feel you.
Tinsley, Jermaine, Fred Jones, Jeff Foster.
Jeff
I love
Foster.
that.
Jeff
That was a great team.
I love that
That was
group.
a
I
great
love
team.
those group of guys.
Jeff
Austin
Foster.
Crozier. Oh, fuck.
I brought up Troy Murphy.
Dude, I remember. I don't know if y'all remember this, but I remember back like my freshman year. I just had like this little like phase where I was obsessed with the Mouse at the Palace video. I'd watch that
Yeah,
shit
bro,
every
I do.
day.
I mean,
And
how
my
can you not?
My favorite clip from that whole fight. Jermaine O'Neal could have legit committed murder on this dude that was on the floor. If he, because literally, did y'all see the video where he like punches that dude in the face just out of nowhere? If he would, because he slipped on his punch, but if he wouldn't
If he
have
would have
slipped,
connected,
he would have ended that man's
Yes,
life.
like-
It would have been over.
nigga head would have been disintegrated. Like, for real, it would have been over.
Then you got Jackson over here hopping in the bleachers.
He's solid. He makes
Hey,
it.
shout out to Ron Artest for making one of the greatest NBA fights ever.
Oh,
bro. That was-
100%. But the thing is, if a dude throws a beer bottle
Yeah,
on
come
you,
on now.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
whoop
I feel
your
like
ass.
you get a drink thrown on you from the crowd. You're like, bro, who is that?
But here's the thing: it's kind of weird in the first place. Though, why the hell are you laying on the scores table, dog? Like, do you really
Oh,
have
he
to
was-
go
he
through?
did
I
that
mean,
on purpose.
he
He
was
was-
heated. I know that.
he
But
was
I'm-
trolling.
waiting for
He
someone
was
to throw
trolling.
something.
He
He
was
was.
waiting for somebody to throw something else, bro. That was crazy. That whole fight.
That whole just situation is just
Changed his
nuts
name to Metal
because
World
it
Peace.
changed like NBA security too. Like, because I work security at Bankers Life, and now like when like the opposing players are going into the locker room, we have to like pull this curtain all the way up so fans can't throw shit
Really?
on the
Okay.
court.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, you'll see guys walking off the floor, like you've seen it plenty of times. Like there'll be fans like talking to the players, and they'll snap back. Like if they'll say something.
Like,
to
yeah, it's
them.
different to say
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
but like when you start throwing shit and getting
Yeah.
physical, like that's a whole different story.
Yeah,
bro.
that's-
Like, I'm-
Because you know
I'm-
they're
you're
like
automatically
that
getting
for a
thrown
minute.
out if you.
Oh, yeah.
and that's
Nah,
another.
and you're getting
That's just
arrested,
another
so.
level of disrespect. Like if someone
Like,
throws
yeah.
some shit on me, are you kidding me?
I've been hit
I'm a
with-
grown man just like you are. Like,
Like,
I'll whoop your ass.
I'm one of the professional athletes out here playing. Like, how are you gonna throw something at me?
And when I get hit, like I've been hit with beer before. Like it's like.
Oh, it's
It's
See,
not
I've never.
fun.
I can't imagine
I'm
taking
like
a
the
hit
head
to
with
that.
a
I
bottle.
mean, you gotta think. What if you got some Bacardi thrown on you? You're gonna be smelling like Bacardi. Your hair's gonna be all sticky. Man, fuck all that. Like, but transitioning, we had some new music. We're shifting on the music right now, boys, because we have a lot of new music that's out. I mean, 21 released some shit. Ski Mask, Trippy, Roddy released some new shit.
Gunna,
Gucci,
Gucci.
Future, Russ. I mean, we
Yes.
had a packed week.
And then you got all the
music.
songs from this weekend, bro. You had Yahweh dropped a song, or Keith dropped a song with 88 Glam. Then you had Yahweh, Smokey Margella dropped a song with that Tank God dude. I actually don't know who Tank God is, but
don't know.
he sounded good in the song. I liked
Hey,
it a lot.
TLE just retweeted my shit last night.
No way.
TLE?
Hey, shout out TLE.
Me and Holden were up, and I was just like going through Twitter. I retweeted one of his songs that's coming out. He ain't even named it yet, but I retweeted. I was like, I need it, and he retweeted it. I was like,
Hey,
hey,
Rod
let's
Wave too. We were listening to his song.
bro.
That was
That's
a good
what I'm
song.
talking about.
Hey, make sure y'all check out that new 21 and Alicia Keys, "Show Me Love." That's a really good song. They
Yeah, we
came
were
out
just
with
playing that
a
before the
banger.
pod started. Yeah, that's some fire shit. That's some. I mean, that just proves how diverse 21 is. Like to do a song with Alicia Keys. Who
Alicia
would've
Keys still going.
who
And she
would've-
still got it.
I know, like who?
my
But,
baby.
but I'm just trying to say, like, who would have thought like 21 of all people would do it with Alicia Keys? Like that just surprised
I feel
me.
you, yeah,
I don't know.
that- that's a weird contrast.
No,
He does.
but 21. If you actually pay attention, like on his page, he's always posting like videos of him. He loves R&B. So he's got
Okay.
like a
Oh,
whole
for
soul.
real?
Yeah, he loves
Jacquez
R&B.
came out with the album
He's
too.
forever singing. Like he'll
Yeah,
sing
yeah.
like anything
I
from
need to
Alicia
listen to
Keys to
that.
Keisha Cole. He'll sing it all. 21's always on a snap. He's real funny too.
Bro, that
so
song
he's always
Immortal,
on there
he was
singing
going
shit.
off
Oh,
the
Immortal
whole
is
Yeah,
nice.
Immortal.
It
He
is
went
nice.
off
hard.
the entire
Hard.
song.
For sure.
Something I didn't get to mention
It's
about
a
music
banger.
like last time was like I listened to NBA YoungBoy, and a lot of people don't mess with YoungBoy, but I like his sound. I
Fuck
like his
with him.
melodies. So
How can you
See,
not,
I
bro?
came around
AI
on him lately. I was
AI
always...
too. AI
You
too.
gotta,
I'm
you
probably
gotta
listening
bang
to that
Young
every
Boy
day.
holding it. LSU just won. Do it for Louisiana.
Exactly,
Come on,
you got
now.
to.
Exactly.
I know.
Come on,
I guess
you gotta
just
get
because
down.
I don't know. For the longest time, I don't know. I value like sound. I don't know. I just value sound when it comes to music. Like if you don't sound
feel
good to
that.
me, like I just don't. I just won't fuck with it. Like I know
Okay,
Young
yeah.
Boy's a great lyricist. I'm not doubting that. I just personally, I just don't fuck with his sound.
See,
That's
I've
just
actually
me.
came around
It's either
to it
you
more
like him
now,
or you
Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah,
like
I
him
feel
or
that.
you hate him. Like,
came
but I
around
don't
to
hate
more.
him. I'm just like in the middle. Like I definitely think he puts
It's like
out
some
good
songs,
music.
some songs you fuck with, some songs.
Exactly.
And his
That's how I am with
his
Young Boy.
social
It's
media,
simple.
dude, he's like not real active on it, but like his following He's
That's-
just so big.
The thing about him is that he's just so young. Like
Oh,
you see all this stuff going on with
Yeah.
him, and he just kind of puts on that persona like he is older, but like
He's been in the light
he
forever.
really is.
Like,
He's
bro.
been in
Like,
life for a
he's-
minute.
he's
He's just
so
like
young.
he's adapted to it. He's adapted to it at this point. So had a slip up there.
Yeah,
What the
but
really
the
tough.
thing is, like with young boy, I feel like I'm like that with a lot of guys like Key Glock, NBA, and like Young Dolph guys like that. It's literally like hit or miss with me, like on
I
their
feel
songs.
you.
Like
It's
it's
kinda
either
same
I
with
fuck
me.
with it or I don't. It's literally just one of the two. Like that's how I am with like most of their songs. But with guys like Travis and obviously Thugga, Gunna, I'll actually listen to the whole album. And I mostly fuck with all the songs that are on most of their albums.
See, I
Like
feel
Gunna's
you,
like
like-
Drip Season 3, Top Off. I took the top off.
I'm dripping like hot sauce.
What about some female artists? I feel like we've kind of left.
We got
didn't
Nick.
get to
Yeah, we
mention
gotta
Nicki.
appreciate the ladies out here.
Meg the Stallion.
Man,
Shout out
Shout out
Cardi
Meg
Cardi
the
B,
B.
Stallion
of
and
course.
Indy.
Bro,
Just
Meg-
Shout
yeah,
out
Meg
Rico,
Thee Stallion.
Rico Nasty.
Ooh,
Oh, y'all been listening to Doja Cat lately?
Doja Cat just put out that album.
Yeah,
she's
she's
low
put out
key.
a-
She's
fine.
kind of
Got a
on
nice
that
vibe
weird
to her.
like.
Oh
She's
my
kind of got
God.
that weird vibe to her, but she's cool. Like
Nice.
oh, bro,
She's nice.
Oh, dude,
nice.
Rico's
Rico!
I
Hey,
love
she nice
Rico.
too. I love Rico.
Oh,
Rico and
bad.
Doja together. For some crazy motherfuckers.
Nah,
I
yeah,
like
they
them.
got a
They got some
song
bangers.
together.
Yeah, they nice.
that's nice.
They, what was that song called? Is it Tia?
It's like Tia and it's
Yeah,
like
Tia and
the,
Tamara.
Tia Tamara.
Yeah, Tia and Tamara. That's a crazy. They go crazy.
That's a little song.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, Meg the Stallion's like straight out of Houston too, so she's putting on for H-Town
Bro,
now.
I
Yup.
like her
Like,
flow.
703.
She's got bars.
She's really
She-
coming in
she
there.
does.
Bro.
She came here for a concert and they had these ratchet asses.
Oh, I know.
Like
She-
from these girls getting on
Yeah.
stage from the 317, they made us look so bad.
Oh god.
Cause you know Meg can twerk.
She was kind of
She can
standing around
dance.
looking at him like,
And she,
"Ah,
she
really?
bring up
This
these
is hype, but-
these group of girls to try to shake it up on stage, and it was just
Come on, if you're out there,
Trash.
we
Come
need
on
we need
now.
the girls going to Meg the Stallion that
We
are
need
gonna
y'all
get
to
off
make-
on there and
like,
put on a
come on,
show.
y'all gotta
Hell
put us
yeah!
on now.
Represent. Get some.
Learn how she
final-
does
You gotta be
Get
repping
some
317.
final honeys on that stage and shake that ass. Don't get no ratchet hoes. Come on, come on.
Stop."
He's funny as hell.
Hey, but you gotta respect. Her voice might be a little annoying sometimes here and there, but you gotta respect her.
Dude,
Talking
isn't
about Cardi
Meg?
B.
Isn't
Cardi
Meg
B.
like a
Cardi
solid
B.
6'4"?
Still doing the numbers.
Bro, Meg the Stallion. I didn't
Yeah, she
realize
is
till I saw a
6'4".
picture with her like next to someone. Oh my god,
It was
dude.
what's her
She
name?
make
She's
the
getting
rest-
interviewed.
she
at
told the
Rolling
rest of
Loud.
these
She's like
chicks out here, get your
6'4" or
weight up.
something, bro. She's out here.
I was working security for that Pistons game. Just imagine if like Drummond and Meg the Stallion made a kid. How big that fucking baby
That'd
would
Going
be.
to the NBA.
Holy
That would be-
mother
But I
of
mean, she's
God.
with
That'd be a
Moneybag Yo.
breed.
Y'all know who Moneybag Yo
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
yeah.
He's already 6'5".
They're dating too.
Moneybag Yo 6'5".
That nigga's tall as hell.
Dang, I didn't
I
know
thought he
Moneybag
was like
that
6'1".
tall.
That makes-
He's like
Are they
6'4".
together?
Yeah,
That
him
makes-
and Meg
that
are
makes
like the
sense for their
same
song.
height, damn near. He's probably like
Damn.
6'4", 6'5".
Damn.
Meg's like 6'3", 6'4".
Seeing
Tall as
Rico's
fuck.
over here with her like screamo vibe, and she's got different styles, but like she's over here, she's so like skinny.
She's
and
so
stuff.
herself. I
She's
love
awesome,
it.
bro. I love how she embraces everything.
Yeah.
But Cardi B, nah, I got respect for Cardi B.
You gotta respect
Yeah,
her.
she's
yeah.
still
Oh,
putting
yeah.
up the numbers. She's still been top, what, 100?
Exactly, and you got
Yeah.
her and Offset, bro. That's a power.
I mean, you may
couple
not be
right there,
you may
like-
not be able to take her voice, but she's
And
still fine.
the thing
she's
is,
spit
like,
bars. She's
respect
spit
the
bars.
hustle.
for
And
sure.
Cardi may post some like annoying shit every now and again. You know what I'm saying? Like with her, yeah, bitch. I hope your parents die of AIDS, bitch.
You
Like,
don't
come
have
on
no
now.
celebrities. Like some celebrities, they
Come
love to use
on.
the internet to
Oh,
rant.
Because
Right.
my only critique with Cardi is like you have to realize you're gonna get hate from
I
like
mean-
if you're on that pedestal, like if you have that platform, you're gonna get hate from all
When you're at the
sides.
top,
Like
she's
when
at
you're at
that
the top, you're
stage.
gonna get hate. So you
She's
have
at
to
that
you have to
stage,
find a
bro.
way to cope with it. And I don't think posting the videos of telling fans that they hope their parents go die of AIDS, like that's not a way. To
But
go
I know
about it.
she
like,
is.
Come on.
I know she's expanding. Like she's about to be in the new Fast and Furious movie I saw, and she was on the
So you
rhythm.
expanded to acting. That's the
Yeah,
move.
she was on Rhythm and Flows, and she was one of the judges.
Yeah.
of it, and like just her dialogue in there was really good. Like it made it like
Oh, yeah,
interesting
she's-
to watch. Like,
she's
she was
definitely-
funny.
She's a
She was
character.
hilarious.
She told
It's all
T.I.
a
She asked
positive
T.I. She
vibe,
said,
yeah.
she said, how you know all those big words? He said, I read books. He said, how you know all those big words? Bro, she's a character. But I mean, like, people always be like, yeah, she's annoying, this and that, da 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 da. Like,
But she
she's
knows what she's
uneducated.
doing.
I'm like, she knows how to make $1.
Mhm.
She used to be a
it's like-
stripper before all of this. Like, if you getting all this money thrown
Hustle's
towards
the
you,
hustle, man.
Yep.
like, bro,
Gotta
do what
respect
you
the
gotta
hustle.
do. If you gotta provide for people, bro. That's
I'm not
what
about
you
to get
gotta
$1
do.
million in my bank account and talk about some. I'm about to turn into a scholar. No, I'm gonna be the same nigga I was yesterday.
I'm gonna
What
be
are you
exactly
talking
who I
about?
was.
What?
You made $1 million off being that person.
Exactly.
Man, we got a lot of hot producers in the game, man. You got Pierre, Jetson the Beat's been blowing up. Murda's on tour with ASAP Ferg,
Richie
Zaytoven,
Richie South.
Kenny.
Rich.
I just told Richie.
Richie, we rich.
Shout out that man.
Hey, shout out
Bro,
Richie, man.
If Richie, if you're out there, we want to see. We gotta see your face.
Oh, and also Richie, send us some stickers,
We need
man.
some
We
stickers
fuck with
for
those
this
stickers.
yeah, we're trying to put some stickers on
So
the
we
table
just
or
not gonna
something.
bring up Kenny Beats.
Oh, Kenny
we
Beats
gonna
is our
put-
Swiss
Whoa,
Beats
Kenny.
too.
Whoa, Ken. Bro, he's always making stuff with Rico too, and he's got that
And
little
Mustard.
series on YouTube called The Cave, and shout out The Cave because
What was
it's kind of cool just watching how they do that. And,
Yeah, what was that video we were watching? He signed Dude's forehead.
Oh, that was Murda last night, bro.
Oh,
Bro.
that was funny.
Bro, Murda signed this
Murda
dude's
beats.
forehead at a concert last night.
That
It
was
just
always
so
weird.
Did you
fried
did you
video.
see the dude's reaction? He was like, he was
But
like,
he was, hey bro, he popped something, bro. He was sweating, veins popping out the forehead, all type of shit. I'm like,
did you
what
see his face, bro?
Bro.
Bro, that's funny. But
Metro
artists,
booming. Metro
Say
booming.
Tobin too.
Oh,
Zaytoven. But like producer wise, that put out albums, I'd say Metro and Mustard's album was good, and then you got Pierre who put out a solo album of him actually
He's
rapping
hard.
too. Like a lot of people don't know Pierre's making music. Like Pierre has got
And you still
fire
got the OGs.
music, bro.
You got Dr. Dre. You got
Exactly, you
Jay-Z.
always got the
You
OGs.
can't forget that.
Cordier. What's his name?
Bobby and Corday.
Yeah, Corday.
Yeah.
I don't listen to him, but like
Kenny's
I know
got
he-
should.
Kenny's
That's a
Kenny's
listen
got
you
I know,
should.
he, I know
Corday, too.
he's. I've heard like a couple of his rhymes. He's actually good.
For his first album, like that was a
Yeah,
good-
see,
I don't
Elijah
follow
got me
his
on the
music.
Corday
I'm
a
on
lot more.
Corday.
He's
Yeah,
got the
he's
bars.
tough.
Though.
I used to listen to YBN though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I used to
Oh,
listen
yeah,
to him.
yeah.
He was tough. He made some songs with young bands. That's how I ended up listening. to
Young
him.
Bands was back in the day too. Like I didn't realize
Bro,
for the
he's
longest
still
time
relevant,
he
bro.
was on "I Love It When They Run," which was an old song by X and Ski, and I never realized Bands was on it for the longest time.
Yeah,
Like,
Bands. Crazy.
Pharrell, that's another one. It's a lot of.
Pharrell
he
is
write-
legendary.
He
yeah.
does a lot of work.
100%.
I think. Oh, we're
Lots of
forgetting the
respects to
main
Pharrell.
OG though. The OG of it all, Mike Dean. bro.
Oh,
Shout out to Mike,
Mike
Dean,
Dean,
bro,
man.
you got
He
Mike
is
Dean and
respectable.
Scott Storch. Them, they are legends back in the day.
Dude,
like,
I just loved on Highest in the Room. Like you can tell because remember, I think Lil Baby's version or Lil Baby's feature was supposed to be on it, but I think Travis just cut it off just in general. And
Yeah.
added like Mike Dean's little like ending to it. That's hard. The,
bro, yeah, it's really got that spatial vibe.
It does.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Well, let's talk about some of the artists that we feel like are the
Crafted.
foundation for this new wave of hip hop. I mean,
course
who do
you
you
gonna
think are
have
some of
the,
those artists that have definitely played an influence and played an impact in the
got
way that culture
Gucci.
is viewed now?
Gucci,
you know?
that Gucci flow.
Based off how we grew up, I would definitely say Gucci because he inspired Migos, and I feel like the Migos were even now looking back at it, they're almost a little platform for a certain style of rap. And then you got J. Cole,
J. Cole.
absolutely legendary.
Oh yeah.
New
Wayne,
album coming in 2020.
exactly.
I'm gonna
J.
be
Cole,
on
J. Cole's
Cardi
still
might be
staying
his
relevant
last
too.
one.
that. I know. I saw that too.
The
I hope-
one thing I have, like, when it comes to like the foundations of this wave, like, I feel like J. Cole, Wayne, Drake,
Yeah.
Kid Cudi, and Kanye have all like they brought like a storytelling aspect to their lyrics,
Definitely.
and I feel like it's somewhat gone away since then because the culture. Kanye made a good point in one of his interviews.
But
the
you
culture
gotta look
made-
at the difference between the culture back then and the culture now. They were. I'm not saying that nobody's passionate about doing music now, but they were way more passionate back then because they had a story to tell. Like J. Cole and all his
Yeah,
music he's
because
telling now,
just-
but
That's why
he's
I
got a
like
story to tell.
Corday. I feel like Corday.
What I was trying to get
uses
to
that.
was just like it just feels like these artists are making the same fucking song. Like they're talking. What I mean was like they're talking about the same shit.
Yeah,
They
and
are.
I
Fucking
really,
somebody's bitch, riding in foreigns. Like they're
Yeah.
I
It's
do
all the
feel
same
like
stuff.
Say what's real.
being like coming to that aspect when they're coming up trying to get in the game like real quick. Social media's kind of got a big impact on that from looking now to then because like back in the day they were really having to put out good content because it had to reach everybody by hand almost at those times.
Yeah.
Like it had to reach everybody organically.
And again, people, you gotta go back into like what people want to listen to. People ain't gonna get tired of listening to that stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They
Yeah,
really
I
not.
always bang.
I'll be the first to admit. I'm gonna listen to it. I was listening to it on the way here.
Exactly. We
mean?
keep
Like,
up with it.
It's
You
like
got
they just
to,
put
bro.
out,
Like-
but like as long as you switch up your sound and you not like putting out the same thing over and over and over and over. Like,
And now you got a lot of more
some.
auto tune in there, and I feel like for a lot of people who are using auto tune, like when they do go back to their more raw style voice, like you really got to have a better raw sound, like because the auto tune obviously does help.
But
and things
the
like
thing
that.
is, like, some guys just don't use autotune. Like, then that Tank God song with Tyla and
Exactly,
Smokey.
yeah.
Or
There's a
Smokey,
lot of
is that
guys
his
who
name?
don't.
Yeah. Like, I think Tank God's the one, like, that does. Tank God doesn't use autotune at all, right? He's just straight raw.
I don't think
who,
so, yeah.
Who in that song was the guy that was just using his straight raw
I
voice?
think that's
Who
the
was
King
that?
Talking about
Combs,
Hefty dude?
No.
There's a dude in
Oh.
that called King Combs.
Yeah, he needs to use.
yeah,
He
I've
needs
heard
to
it.
get autotune, because the thing is, like, his
See,
raw voice
I
is just
didn't
not
like his
that
raw
good
voice
at
either.
sounding.
I feel you. Yeah.
It doesn't sound that good. Just put a little bit of autotune to it, and it'll sound fire.
Yeah,
You know?
it's-
you
and
got
it's
all
about
the,
matching
You got all the
pitch,
tools
like-
there. Might as well make it sound.
Yeah,
the way
that's
you
just
want.
this generation. You have to use a little bit of
Yeah.
autotune if you
Yeah.
want people to fuck with it.
That's
Another person
something-
we have on here, Speaker Knockers, who
Speaker
R.I.P.
Knockers,
like,
yeah.
R.I.P.
People say like if
definitely.
he was still around, like he would be at the top today. Cause
Easily.
he
Easily
was
the
doing,
biggest
He was on that
influence,
auto
I
tune.
think. For like this wave that towards that auto-tune style, I think they
Oh,
were
yeah.
definitely one of the foundations
And
because
Lil
like
Snoop.
I'm gonna throw
Lil
this money,
Snoop
like,
was
Lil
legendary
Snoop,
back in the day.
Snoop, definitely.
Lil Snoop could freestyle like crazy. That was like Meek's homie. Like Meek was really putting on Lil Snoop.
Meek too.
Yup.
Meek's
in there
hard,
for
bro.
sure.
He's always good.
Wiz.
So obviously there's been a little bit of controversy about the Ye album, Jesus is King album. So do y'all fuck with the concept of this new album?
I love it.
I like it and I think it's good, but like I said, it's not something that's been put into the rap culture necessarily yet. So I think
I
it
don't
is a
even
good
think
change. It's a
it's-
good change of pace.
I
It's not
respect
even.
it.
I don't even think it's not even rap music, so you can't even categorize it as that. It's like it's gospel. It's
It
just like,
is.
It really is, yeah.
So
But
it's a rapper making gospel music, and I guess people are upset that a rapper is making gospel music. And
Well, I
he's doing
still-
what he wants to do.
I still heard Kanye in that. Like I heard he was rapping on it.
Yes,
like, I
exactly.
heard
Follow
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
he was
Follow God.
spitting.
Awesome.
There's gospel rappers like Lecrae, like there's a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of them. There's a bunch of gospel rapping talent out there that people don't even know because they just got their ears stuck in.
And like honestly, guys like
Rap
Lecrae,
game.
Because
like
they're
they are
consumed with the
huge,
culture,
like,
man.
they're huge.
They are huge.
Like yeah, the gospel game ain't as big as the rap game, but like come on, pay
And
respect
that's
when
what I,
it's
that's
due,
what I
you
was
feel
going to
me?
point out. I just feel like the main people that don't fuck with it are consumed with the culture. Like they're so into like the culture that we are in
Yeah,
now.
like,
They
you
don't want to
can't
fuck
bring
with
out
the
a
new
gospel-
There are a
culture.
lot of those top tier guys.
You can't bring out a gospel album talking about some F&Bs and getting money and da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's gospel.
And then another thing people are struggling with is like they've heard the music you put out before, and then they're like, now you're completely switching up. But like, I don't think there's anything wrong with
Bro,
that.
No,
and that just
nothing
comes
at
down
all.
to Kanye, bro. This man, like,
He's a
he's
musical
always
genius.
been someone
And
who is
he
trying
knows
to
what
do
he's
something
doing.
different.
Oh, yeah,
He's always
100%.
I'm
been
not
that guy.
questioning Kanye.
The album sales were still ridiculous,
No,
whether you liked it or
100%.
not. Like he's still got money.
If I'm
from
putting
that.
out a tape and I'm like, hey yo, yay, you want to listen through this these tracks and make sure that, oh, you need to do this, do that, and yeah, your album you'll sell this many. Okay, I'm saying yeah. Okay, bet.
Just because, I mean,
You know what you're doing.
because a lot of people, like, it's just, like you said, it's just different. It's a very faith-based album, you know?
Yeah.
And maybe some people, like, let's just say that they're not as religious. Like, they may not fuck with it as much.
Exactly,
But the thing is,
that's
you have to
where
be
you gotta
more
look, too.
open-minded. Like, you have to look through the lens and, like, the eyes of someone that is. Like, this, like, if someone's, like, real
Exactly.
invested in their faith, dude, this album is absolutely fire.
And I think
Wow.
that's important with it. Like, a lot of people are looking at it as like, yeah, Kanye's talking about faith and things like that, but like, he had like the Sunday services and things like that. Like, but I think it's more so like for the people who don't believe in God or are more atheist, things like that, agnostic, other things. I feel like they should look at it as have faith in something that they believe in.
Yes.
Like that can motivate them.
Just,
Exactly.
By
he's
having
he's
faith
going with
keeps
what
it
he
going.
believes in.
Like,
It's
exactly.
just what he believes in.
He's just
so
trying to tell people
respect
to
that.
have faith in whatever that thing
Yeah.
is that's really driving
Exactly,
you. Like,
exactly. Just have faith in something. It doesn't necessarily have to be
It's
faith
better
in God.
than believing
Exactly.
in something than not believing in anything at all. You feel me?
Exactly.
You were
Like,
talking
gotta have faith in
about
something.
him like making like with the Christian song, like he was the first, like he got a new record for like he had two Billboard like Christian charts like that he was on the top of. Like even they were liking it because he was just speaking.
Like
on
that's
their
almost
beliefs.
just a different thing that Kanye is probably like. I kind of appreciate that. Like that's kind of just something I never thought I would accomplish.
Yeah, like you go over to the gospel world, it's like you ask somebody like a big gospel name like Kirk Franklin. He knows who the hell how can you not know who Kanye is? And I bet if you ask Kirk Franklin right now, hey, did you like Ye's new album?
Oh, he'd love it.
Yeah,
he probably
100%.
He's probably banging it right now.
I remember Jalen was the
As
first
we
person to
speak.
show me Kirk Franklin.
Yes, same. I was low-key just thinking of Jay over
He's a
here.
crazy little
Bro,
monster.
Kirk
But I liked it
Franklin's the
overall.
man.
I liked it.
Yeah, I did like
So
it.
to cap off music, we have a lot of upcoming artists that we like that everyone should be tuned into. Who are some of yours to be
So
looking out for you?
I'm just gonna put on for some of the ladies and people out there like
The
Danny
ladies.
Lay is out here, bro. Like
Jeez.
Danny Lay
Yeah.
is getting it done, and then obviously I still say Pierre's an upcoming artist,
Pierre's so hard.
but and then obviously we
You
got,
got that song with Chris Brown?
who yeah Danny
Danny
Lay
Lay.
got that song with Chris Brown.
That's my
She's got little vibes, bro. She's always
yeah,
just
she's
vibing.
nice.
She's cool.
And like we said before, I definitely think one of the artists that's on the come up is obviously Yahweh, man.
The
Yahweh is
Yahweh's
literally
taken.
he's because he just reminds me of Juice WRLD in the sense like he has like a similar sound. He's like a mixture of Post and Juice.
I think he's
You know
gonna
what
be
I'm
like
saying?
their tier.
That's-
Like
oh,
he's
yeah.
gonna be up there, bro. He's gonna
y'all
be
better
up
keep an
there.
eye out, y'all eyes peeled for Brent Fias, bro. He making
Yes, Brent. He was on
he's
Juice's
making a
album.
comeback, bro.
He was on
Really?
the,
What song was it?
He's on the interlude, and then I forget what else he's on. But Brent Fias, he's an independent artist too, which
It's
is
Fias.
why Fias.
Okay, I would always say Fee. I don't know why.
It-
I've always
either way, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tomato,
I don't
tomato.
tomato.
Who gives a damn?
Yeah, Brent Fias. Okay, that's how
bro.
you
But
say
yeah,
it.
like
He's nice.
he's an indie artist. Like he's independent still, so. His team, like that, they work so much. I don't know. They have to come together so much more to really plan stuff out, get things going. Because a lot of other people have managers and labels just getting that done for them. He's got his one manager, him, a few other guys, and they just got to get it done. Like he's on a grind.
I would say
Sounds like a similar scenario.
Yeah.
I would say Jack Harlow from
Yup.
Yes.
502. He had a verse he was spitting on a channel this week that was fire.
Oh, dude, he's been
he dropped a new
freestyling.
song.
I ought to watch that Jack Harlow Adam 22 interview. Still haven't been able to
Yeah, I
watch
still
that.
need to
Shout out
watch
No
that too.
Jumper.
Wait, he got an interview with him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
got an
oh,
interview with
for real?
Harlow.
Bro, shout out Harlow, bro. I
Harlow's
mean,
putting on.
put anybody from around like Indiana, like Trippy's from Ohio, people like that, like that's just a good respect because the Midwest needs more people.
Yes,
to
dude,
get
the
put on.
Midwest is
Mark
so
Battles,
slept on.
We got
Everyone's
Mark
coming out of
Battles
Florida.
here from Indy, bro. Like
You want to talk
a ton
about
of
like some of the
people.
best lyricists in the game? Mark Battles should definitely be in
Not
the top
even kidding,
5.
bro. This
like,
man
he's
has bars.
hard.
This man
Shout
has
out Mark
bars.
Battles for sure too.
Gotta check him out. I gotta check
But
him
also, I would think Ski released a new song last week.
Yeah.
So like I said it last week. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep rocking with Ski.
He had the little X sampler
Y'all-
right at the beginning too.
Yeah, he did.
Sure. Like if there's one artist that I definitely feel like everyone needs to look out for, you've already said it, Pierre. The Life of Pierre 5 that he's about to release. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna release before the year ends, but maybe like beginning of next year. It's gonna be hard because if you've heard Life of Pierre 4, the way that he constructed that album so that each song like ties into another. You can literally put it
Bro,
on shuffle and
yes.
it sounds like it's going into the next song. Like when the beat's like slowing down
You
on one
listen to
song,
3.
it'll pick up on the next
Wait,
one
so
and be like,
is he rapping in some of these
Yeah,
songs too?
he's
Bro, like it's a
actually
whole
rapping
solo
And-
album. Like it's literally
No
him
features,
rapping and
just
producing the whole
him.
thing, bro. Like straight up.
See,
And
that's
we'll keep
cool.
waiting
Like,
on
you
Whole
can
Lotta
engineer
Red.
music like that.
And
Another
Pierre
week.
does have a lot of auto
Another week,
tune.
no Whole Lotta Red. We're waiting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
dude, a whole lot.
Everybody
We
be
already
on
talked on
Pierre
that, but
being
yeah.
Cardi's producers.
yeah, a whole lot of Red's gonna be hard. And Richie's working on a whole lot of Red
Richie's
too.
working on it with them.
You already know those beats are gonna go retarded on that.
This is gonna be a good little album. I can't wait.
All right, so let's transition to football. Well, the Pats lost their first game. You gotta love that. All right, you gotta love it
It's about
because
time.
you know what? You know the vibes.
We from the net. We don't like the Pats.
Screw the Pats.
You know
don't like the
317.
Pats.
We ain't with 'em.
Now, who impressed you most in this game besides Lamar? Let's look outside of Lamar. Who in this game impressed you and
How
why?
can you look outside Lamar? He
No, because
stole the show.
because I was gonna ask after that. What are your thoughts on Lamar? I was gonna ask like
All
after you
right,
named.
all right. Let's get
So
into it then.
one guy that I was impressed with is Mark Ingram. That dude is
We on
still
the same
he
page.
still
I can
has
respect
it.
that,
Bro. He's
bro.
a
Mark Ingram's a
dog.
dog. He's
He
big.
literally he's
He's
just the
big.
type of dude that's because he's not very shifty. He's just gonna go north and south, put his helmet down, put his head down, and just
He
truck
doesn't
through.
care. He's like one of those running backs that I really like. He's like, I aspired to be like. Because
Exactly.
it's like one of those backs who come in, you be like, hey, bro, I just need 3 yards. He'd be like, oh, I got you.
Yeah,
Up,
And bro, I
get
loved
3
him
yards.
at Bama. Like he was one dude. I never
Mm.
watched college football too much back in the day, heavy. But Mark Ingram was one dude that stuck with me, and I don't know, like he's kind of stayed like below the radar when it comes to like media and things like that. I feel like he hasn't been in trouble or anything like that.
That team
He
at
reminds
Bama.
me of Frank Gore.
He does.
Definitely.
I like those type of
Okay.
running backs though. The type
Yeah.
of guys like Brandon Jacobs, Ahmad Bradshaw.
Yes.
Obviously, like we just named, Mark Ingram,
Tiki Barber.
What do you
those
mean,
guys
like,
that will just
just
get
down to
you
run through?
Like,
Jones
if
Drew.
but they're the type of guys where you say, if you tell them to get them 10 yards, they'll get you 5. But if you tell them to get you 3, they'll get you 5. Like they're just that
They
type of
just
dude. They're
go
gonna
there.
get
They
you the
go guard
yards
there
that
and
you
get
need.
after.
The Ravens' defense, I mean, that's pretty
They're
impressive.
stacked.
I mean,
Because
Yeah.
that's
20 holding them to 20.
Did
like-
we not literally say on the last pod? The Pats hadn't played anybody worth
Word,
the
you've
damn
been
yet.
saying it.
They hadn't played
I ain't
anybody.
trying to talk down on Buddy's game, but I didn't think Earl Thomas was going to play this good at this.
Earl
'cause,
Thomas,
I
yeah.
mean, like, yeah, obviously he's getting older, but, like, shit, he still got it. He
Mm-hmm.
looking like Ed Reed out there damn near.
And I definitely think like this is more of a wake up call for the people on the Patriots, like any of the players that were thinking they're just gonna coast this season. Like it was
Yeah.
kind of humbled them for a second.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, boys, we got to
Better
get back
wake
on
up
it."
because you
Yeah.
got some competition.
And it was
Yeah.
a statement for Lamar. Lamar made a statement. He's
He
like,
definitely
"All right,
did.
I mean,
Louisville,
he
baby.
can't
I'm
throw."
telling
Louisville.
He
I'm
can't
502,
throw.
baby.
What? He can't throw? Are you
Not bad for a
He's
running
a, hey,
back.
he's a running back.
Not bad for a running
Yeah,
back.
he's a running back too. Yeah, he's definitely a running back.
And I
for
definitely,
him.
because I was watching an interview with Cohert and Michael Vick, and one thing that Michael Vick said that I really liked was Lamar just has to be careful, just because you got to realize, like, going into like year 8, your body's not going to be able to move like that. You just have to adapt to the play of the game, and you have to adapt like in knowing when to get out of bounds, when to slide, because you're not going to be able to take that
So,
many
yeah,
hits.
he
But I
definitely
think
needs to take that
his
into
play
account.
Take that
style is going to
advice.
be exactly like Vic. Vic knows how to get out of the pocket.
And that's
Vic
the thing.
knew how to get out of the
and
pocket.
that's the thing. Like Vic,
That's how I
was,
think Lamar's going to play.
Exactly.
Down the line.
for sure. And Vic was talking about how, like, early on in his career, he wasn't very, like, precautious about that. Like, he would take those hits, and by year 8, like he said, he was just not himself anymore. He wasn't
Exactly.
the same. So that's why he said, just, Lamar, you're playing great, keep doing you, but just make sure, just know when to,
Yeah.
get
Bro,
down.
he should really
when
look
to
at
know
him.
when
to stop.
Exactly.
Yeah, know when to stop.
He should
Exactly.
really try to look at him as like a mentor.
But
for
bro,
him,
if you
'cause-
if you ever watch like when obviously it's a replay on after every damn play,
Mhm.
but like if you watch in slow motion, bro, how shifty he is, bro. Lamar,
He's tough.
he's got the feet of a running back.
I know getting
it's scary.
those small hesitations in football, I feel like just on point like that is so.
He's
that's
making-
such a quick reaction.
He's making
it's so
250-pound linebackers that run 4.4s.
Look stupid.
And verticals were probably like 55.
hard.
You can stop on a dime.
Making them look
Alright.
silly, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what
stop
is
Stop and
going
cut on a dime.
He's
oh,
making dudes out here look
for
dumb.
sure. All right. Now, well, boys, the Colts lost a heartbreaker to Pittsburgh, man. They,
Laces out.
yeah,
bro.
that hold was not very good.
Where's our
And it didn't
womp-womp?
help
But
that.
still, that also wasn't even close.
Yeah, and also it didn't help that Vinatieri like kicked the ball 6 inches. Like he kicked 6 inches in front
Yeah,
of the ball and
placement.
kicked
You're
the
supposed
straight
to have your
turf.
foot right.
You know
by
what I
the
got
ball.
right here in my
Yeah.
notes? It literally says number 4 needs to get it together. That's what I have
But
for
also losing Jacoby in that game.
Yeah, that did not help anybody's cause. Jacoby's out this week, but hey, Brian Hoyer did what he had to do. He did all we could ask for. He threw 3 tutties, 1 pick. That pick was terrible though. We were in the red zone, on the goal line. There was a 96-yard pick 6. Like,
He's
dude.
got a job to do this week.
Oh, yeah, but
I mean,
we
we're
are
playing
going up against Miami. But here's the thing: that could easily be a game that we lose, though. Like if the
Yeah,
Colts
we
like
can't just
lose
waltz
any
in there.
focus.
In that game, though, if we
can't.
wouldn't have got that safety and got a touchdown like off the fumble instead, that would have been a
But
big game changer.
Darius gifted them 3 points though. Like at the end of the half, we were fine. We made the tackle, then Darius led with his head and hit helmet to helmet, giving him another
They
10 yards to
always
hit a 51
call
yarder.
him
Some of these
Yes,
calls
bro.
though are so I don't
Oh,
know. They're so
Trash.
questionable.
You can't even.
Well,
They,
and I
they're
agree.
not letting.
Some of them
They
are
are.
getting
They are
that.
not letting them play football.
I
At least
agree
like they
with you.
used to. Obviously,
No, for sure.
Yeah, and
for
I,
safety reasons. Don't get me wrong, but it's like some of y'all calls are like, come on, just
They're
let's play the
trash.
game. Like I'm flying in at 100 miles per hour. There's no way I'm about to position myself.
I hate what they're making the big man like try to avoid almost like it's tough.
The one fucking penalty that I just don't like is the roughing the passer. Like when you can't put your full body weight on the quarterback.
That's what I'm
if I
talking
sack
about,
you,
like,
I'm gonna absolutely run your ass over.
When they say that,
you gotta try to roll now.
Yeah, you gotta make sure that you place
your
your body in a certain position so that your body doesn't land on the quarterback. It's like that's not fucking
there's been controversy about challenging the pass interference calls. That's been like a popular topic.
And they still are fucking up that. They're still not getting the call.
Now you can challenge a pass interference. I think it's just what it is what it is. Like you can't review and see.
Like don't get me wrong, I love watching the games, but like when they're taking so much time like that out of the actual game time, I'm just like, let's figure it out or something. Let's figure out something.
Bro.
Like
it's A or B. It's so simple.
It takes so
rather
long
it happened
to
or it didn't. And then they just try to go over there and make a whole court case.
And now you're making people think that there's different. The rules are skewed.
They're just making them add more shit. Every time you guys do these long timeouts and you call long penalties and you sit here on a commercial break for 15
exactly
minutes.
like I swear you're only watching the game for like 10% of the whole time it's
because
on,
I was replaying, and that's the thing. I definitely think that maybe one solution to this is just eliminate replay. I mean,
but
all
these
cameras, just the calls, just
all
the
the cameras that they got, bro, they're not.
I don't think you should be able to challenge
calls,
pass interference calls. I don't like that you can challenge that and then get it reversed.
I mean,
I
like it and I don't like it. I like it in the aspect, like, in the game against the Broncos, that challenge saved us. Because I was remember that was a pass interference and they missed it. And the ref was right in front of T.Y.
And that
How
was
did you
one
not see him?
And to be fair, like, that was one of the first ones they'd overturned, like, the whole season.
I mean,
these are the refs.
I swear they're walking around with the blind
The
sticks.
dude literally, like, went right off them. Like,
No. He was holding T.Y.'s hand so he couldn't get his other hand up.
That's true. That was
But
big.
I said
That
if
was
T.Y.
big.
would have just reached his hand out and would have made a grab, you know how crazy that would have been? Imagine if that was like Odell or DeAndre Hopkins, as big as their hands
Well,
are.
he held him back so much he couldn't even get to
That's
him.
what I'm
That's how
saying.
bad it
T.Y. is one of
was.
the most slept-on receivers in the league.
Bro, and
He got a nasty toe.
Isn't he out
Hurt,
for
yeah,
that
hurt.
calf?
T.Y.'s out 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Didn't he have the same injury like a couple years ago? I feel like it's always a
injury.
calf injury. It's always a calf
He
injury.
tweaked his calf again. But, hey, you can easily tweak your calf, though, man. Hamstring, calf, just anywhere on your leg, it's so easy to tweak
That high
it,
intensity.
And then
Always,
as
you know.
being a receiver, obviously, you need your legs. So
Yeah.
obviously, you
I
know,
think-
with route running comes precision. So
Chopping
it's like,
down and
yeah,
things
chopping
like that,
down.
you
And
know.
When the
shit,
Colts
so
get
it's like, you
healthy,
need
though,
that.
man, I think they still can win the division.
Oh, easily.
definitely.
They still got it. I mean, they've proven they can compete with the Texans. I mean, Deshaun's a hell of a talent. Don't
Our
get me wrong.
backups back
but
up through 3 touchdowns.
yeah, our backups
Yeah,
back up
I
through
couldn't
3
believe that.
times.
I couldn't
That
believe
just tells you how complete of a team the Colts are.
Like this
Man,
chemistry.
1 to 53.
It's
like,
chemistry.
and
Bro,
bro.
the GM and coach are getting it.
And
I mean,
that's
when
the
we
thing.
had Andrew Luck, I mean, they were saying we're Super Bowl contenders. Like, and now, like, we've still.
and now there's-
shown-
We're playoff contenders
we're
at least.
definitely
Now that we
That's
don't
what I'm
have
saying,
Luck.
bro. Like, don't count them
Don't
out.
count us out.
Just
And
keep
that's the-
sleeping on them.
and
Yeah,
that's-
just keep doing it, though. So
That's one thing that I think Chris Ballard has done a really good job of. There's hardly any ego. There's no egos in that locker room.
That's
for
what
that
I
fact.
love about, honestly, Indiana sports right now, it seems like.
There's
Like,
no egos.
There's not a lot of ego or anything. You don't have a lot of tension anywhere. It's
No.
not-
That's where you're
I
gonna
just
be
want to. I just
successful.
want to say this too. We're not just saying this because we're Colts fans. Yes, we are. But don't count us out, bro.
Don't
count
the
us
Colts.
They coming.
We coming
For sure.
for sure.
All right, man. There's a lot of shit going on with Cleveland right now. Cleveland's sitting at, I think, 2-7 on the year, 2-6, something like that. It's not looking good.
Horrible.
No matter what the record is, it's not
No,
good.
it's not.
Horrible.
What the hell's the problem in Cleveland? What's going on?
Honestly, for me,
No protection for Baker.
It just
No
doesn't
protection,
seem like
that's number
it doesn't
one.
seem like he can be in the hole for like less than 3 seconds, and he's got to do something. Like if he's there for like three seconds, it seems like he's done.
I'm gonna let the coaches figure this one out. No, this one.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying.
I just feel like
I
You
feel
got
like
Odell,
Baker
you got Jarvis
definitely-
Landry, you got
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
I don't know how they're not putting it together.
I don't know
bro,
what it is. You got all
honestly.
these playmakers.
and you got
What
Kareem Hunt coming back this week.
You
What
got
am I
all these
missing?
playmakers with no results. So it's like I
Something's
don't know
got-
if it's the
something's gotta
locker
change.
room.
And like
I
we
don't
know
if it's the
Baker's, we know
offense.
he's passionate. Like he said he's passionate about it when all that media little
course
little
he is.
tweets.
But honestly,
happen and
we like
everything,
you really don't know. Like you really can't point the finger because you really like
You
it's
don't
like
know. Yeah, I mean, the one thing I feel like you can blame somewhat is Dorsey. Like their GM, Look, here's the thing.
You got.
I don't know exactly who their I know they got rid of one of their best offensive linemen. I think it was like their left tackle last offseason. And then they picked up two offensive linemen in the offseason. Then they picked up OBJ, which obviously OBJ is a good signing. But obviously those two other offensive linemen that they signed haven't done shit for them. I mean, Baker has no time to get it out to his playmakers. Like, I just hate how people are trying to paint this picture that it's all on Baker. He doesn't have any time to get it out to Jarvis and OBJ. He doesn't have time.
That is true.
Honestly, it could be the O-line. Like, that could lead. That maybe that's why.
You have 2-star receivers, so why not look into building some more of your line?
And that's
to buy your
they've had the
star
number one
quarterbacks
pick, and they've been taking quarterbacks every year.
Yeah.
Now they finally got a solid one.
Also,
and they can't protect
Baker needs to change his mindset, man. Quit going off on media. I mean, here's the thing. You went off on the Cleveland media, who actually are trying to support you and make a case that the Browns could still be something, and you storm off in an interview like that.
That's definitely not
a good look for you, bro.
That's not
a good look.
Like, I get you're getting the same questions, but that's what comes with being the celebrities. You gotta know how to answer.
Like, you're the leader of the team, though. Like, you gotta
exactly. And I
set an
realized
example, because those guys are gonna follow your lead.
Exactly, bro. 100%.
And I realized like that you're passionate about your sport. You're passionate that you want to win. But you have to just go about answering questions just a little bit better, because we've already said it before. The media is going to go off and absolutely light you up.
Oh, always. They
always
look to cut somebody down.
Look what happened to Mitch Trubisky. It got so bad to the point where they had to turn off the TVs in the Bears facility because they let the talk get to
No way, I didn't.
They were going.
Are you serious?
They were burning his jerseys.
And where Trubisky really went wrong is when he went to the media and said that, because then that's just gonna fire them up even more.
You have to ignore it.
Chicago fans are already evil,
Chicago's
bro.
ruthless, bro. You gotta be ready.
That is a tough crowd.
You're coming into that.
I don't know. That's a tough crowd. I wouldn't want to play in front of Chicago because I know I'm gonna get some shit.
And it's cold as hell. Like, it'd be cool to play in Chicago, but playing in that cold ass weather.
I would never want to play for a team in Chicago or New York.
Yeah, or Buffalo. Buffalo would suck.
Yeah, the snow.
All that snow.
12 feet of snow on games.
I'm cool. Y'all can keep the cold weather. I'm fine.
I'm cool for that.
But like, going into college football, we've had some pretty intense. Like, last night, a lot of intense games started happening.
LSU's for real.
LSU, yeah.
Joe Burrow's the real deal.
Definitely. And that running back, number 20, did a great job. I thought. Like
22.
Yeah, 22. He trucked through a few times right there.
I always forget his name. I don't know. His last name's weird, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I swear
is he like a junior, senior?
I'm not even sure.
I don't even know. I don't know.
He had a great game last night, honestly.
Bro. That's why I really don't even watch a lot of college football. But like, I'll watch like the big games that come on. But like, you're not about to catch me watching Oregon State and Texas State. Like, exactly. I'm about to be watching that game.
Bro, like in like the playoff coming up. Like, I always hate seeing the same teams every year, but like, I don't know. Like, it seems like there's always good contenders within that top 8.
And I feel like the committee's doing a good job in the sense that when they did put Clemson at 5, I think what they're doing with that is they're just proving that anyone has a chance. Like, just because you're winning doesn't mean that we're automatically going to put you in.
It's been a couple upsets this year.
Minnesota just destroyed Penn State.
I wouldn't say it was destroyed. They beat them.
They came back at the end, kind of, but like, I'd say for that first half, dude, they were kicking their ass.
PJ Fleck's the real deal. PJ Fleck, you got to think, 2 years ago he was coaching at Western Michigan, and they went undefeated on the season. Ended up playing Wisconsin in the bowl game, and obviously lost that game. But still, PJ Fleck knows how to coach,
dude. Do you ever believe in like the 8-team bracket possibly? Like, I feel like it could
the 8
team for the college football championship.
For some reason, I always thought you say 18.
No, 8 team.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Like,
the 18
playoff. I feel like if they did the top 8, it would be like most of those contenders would all be in there. Mm-hmm. Like, they would get to see everybody play. Like, and
there's
going to
be some shakeup this week to the college football playoff.
Well,
Bama and Penn State.
Yeah, obviously number 1, you got to put LSU at number 1.
And Georgia's got to play them, right?
Yeah, Georgia. Well, no. Because here's the thing.
Didn't you have Buddy Stats from last night? The quarterback.
Oh, Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow.
I think I heard you reading them off. I heard
Joe Burrow put on a crazy show.
Clinic.
He had a good.
He put on a clinic against Alabama's D. Like, Holy, and you did it at their house too.
That's what I'm saying.
Joe
And
Burrow.
Was that Saban's like? That was like Saban's like fifth loss.
Joe Burrow threw for. He went 31 for 39, 393 yards, and 3 touchdowns with a QBR rating of 91.9.
Like, you only see these numbers in Madden, bro.
Yeah.
You see these on Madden.
Sorry, we got the stats pulled up right behind you guys.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's
You
nuts.
see these numbers on a video game.
Hey, your boys almost lost to ASU.
Yeah, I know that wasn't. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about
Hey,
that.
but the whole Chase Young.
Because I could go on a whole
Oh,
hour-long rant about that.
That is bullshit.
Hey, but the whole Chase Young
That's
incident.
some
We gotta
bullshit.
get on that.
Here's
we
the
gotta
thing.
get on that.
Here's the thing, NCAA. Look, I get it that this dude took a small loan from a guy that used to be a former NFL agent.
Exactly.
I understand that. But Chase Young paid it back. And he paid it just so his sister could go see him play in a Rose Bowl. See him in the Rose Bowl?
Let him play.
His girlfriend? I
bro.
thought it
But
was
the
his
thing,
sister.
Yeah, and I guess it was his girlfriend. Like,
Doesn't matter.
what do you
Family,
mean?
it's-
Like,
but the thing
still,
was,
though,
is they were gonna have tickets for him anyway. All he was doing is giving them a ride out there.
I'm like, dude, he's just gotta find a way to,
Turn that.
he's just trying to, he's trying to find a way to better himself. He's just trying to make a way for himself, and now it's looked upon as cheating.
for sure. And then like
4-game suspension
BS.
too.
trying
like,
and like
it's
right
BS.
when they come out with the like. What was the whole thing that the NCAA just released with how they think they're maybe going to pay athletes and things like that? Like,
Right.
But that's off of likeness and
yeah,
image.
that's what I'm saying.
Not every
but,
player's
like,
gonna get that.
Yeah.
But like a player like this, like
Chase
he
Young
could
would
suffer
definitely-
from
He would,
that.
though,
Like
yeah,
he
he
could
would.
suffer from that easily. Like, and then you got Wiseman, like in basketball, like we were talking about.
That's stupid.
That whole situation's stupid too.
Because
like,
Penny was a booster in high school. Like he was a high school coach
That's
in
not even
Memphis.
NCAA's money
And
he's making.
Exactly.
and the move was back in high school.
Exactly.
For the high school, he was helping his close friend, family friend of his. Like he was helping that high school out.
Exactly.
Not because he was trying to get James Wiseman, or because he knew he was going to get the head coaching job there.
Like, you
It's
can't
because he was
predict the
doing
future.
for
You
his
know
own
what's about
friend.
that. Like, come
Exactly.
on now.
He didn't look down the line like, oh yeah, this
Oh,
dude's
yeah,
gonna
this
be
about to-
coaching me at Memphis in like 3 years. Like, okay,
And
like, I didn't know that.
I think Memphis was easily going to be a Final Four team, and like to rule him out and to rule this kid's chance, like he's going to be a top he's like the #1 pick prospect.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's
like,
probably
how are you
just
gonna let him
because
sit
it's
out?
Penny Hardaway, bro. They're probably just doing it just because it's Penny. They just don't want to see him succeed.
Like, shoot, if Penny Hardaway came knocking on my door, like either way, like even if he said, "I'm not gonna give you any money, just come play," like it's Penny Hardaway. Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
gonna come
Yeah,
out
I want to
for him.
come play for
It's one of the
Penny.
greatest
gonna
ever
go-
play, in my opinion.
NCAA is rigged, bro.
Exactly, because now
Get
with
y'all shit
Wiseman
together.
playing that
Get y'all
first
shit
game,
together, for
If you
real.
care so much about money, like that's a Final Four team that's gonna
Exactly.
and having a #1 prospect in there is gonna generate
Exactly.
you money.
And if
If
it
you
comes
care
to
so
be
much about
like,
it, you're gonna lose it.
if it comes to be that Wiseman gets suspended, they will be ineligible for the tournament since they played him first game. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
now they're gonna be out
now
completely.
they're
like,
screwed. Like, yeah.
that's why the NCAA needs
like
to get
Trey
on.
said,
Thanks NCAA. Get it together.
get
Yeah.
your shit together.
Yeah.
All right, now
Ridiculous.
we're wrapping up with football. Now let's go. Let's talk about a little bit of a TV
Some
sitcom
Rams.
here. Who is your guys' favorite TV sitcom of all time? Who
This
we
was
got?
your idea to talk about this,
All
right?
right. Well,
Oh, yeah, this is my
I'm
idea.
a big TV.
Yeah, get a load
TV
of this
dude.
guy. Not real into sitcoms.
I would say
Not
for
so much.
mine, you got The Office. I wrote a few more down. You got That 70s Show. Seinfeld's the oldest one, and that one is still on every once in a while. That one's still making them all money. Dude,
Seinfeld, damn it, Ethan.
Seinfeld,
John
bro.
Morant,
People-
John Morant.
bro, people say Seinfeld, Seinfeld. People say it the same way, bro.
Wait, what I say? Fiat?
What did we? I
Tomato,
thought it was tomato,
tomato.
tomato. Come on. And then
Yeah, we got the tomato rule here.
and then you got Friends, and then Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know if you guys have seen that one.
Brooklyn, I feel like I heard of
That one's fried. And then
Nine-Nine.
Big Bang Theory. We all know what that is. Big Bang Theory's legendary.
I'm not real into like the CBS sitcoms like Big Bang Theory. and
It's
shit
more.
like
It's.
that.
I feel like a
Two
lot
and
more
Half
adults
Men.
watch those. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never really been into that.
But I would say like for best, I would say The Office, bro. Like
I feel like The Office is the best just because it's,
so
so
funny,
realistic.
bro.
You can relate to all the
relate
characters.
to all the random shit that happens in there. It's like they point out all these uncomfortable moments that happen in real life, like that nobody wants to point out.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's like when you're watching, it's like holy shit, like I can relate to somebody like that.
And
or
like how
I
we're-
know somebody like that.
we were talking the other day. Like it seems like each character within the show, like you kind of know someone like that in
Yes,
real life.
bro.
Like
Yeah.
each
It's so
character
funny.
is really a diverse
Was Everybody
person
Hates
you're gonna
Chris a
see.
sitcom?
I feel like you could
Dude,
consider
I like that
That's
show.
possibly.
definitely a sitcom.
I like that show.
So, yeah.
That show was hot.
That show was hilarious.
I'm gonna have to
Hilarious.
go with The Office. I used to watch Martin and then the Wayne
The
Bros.
Office is not
Wayne
that
Bros.
Wayne
funny.
Bros. I see
Wayne
Wayne
Bros
sometimes
was
too.
just R.I.P. to Pops. Bang bang. That's my dude.
The Office
yeah.
is not that funny.
Yeah, Elijah doesn't like The Office. We don't know why.
You don't
We
like
can't get him
dry
on it.
humor?
Yeah.
It's
Dry
just
humor is
goofy.
probably
It's-
the
I thought it
funny-
was
that's
weird
the
at
whole
first, but
point.
bro, I
You're
started
just
watching
you're
and I
just
love
a
it.
boring ass individual, aren't you?
No, I'm just watching mainly.
So what do you
sports.
do if you invite a girl over? What do you just watch a documentary or some shit? You don't
Maybe
watch...
maybe Drake and Josh.
Oh,
What's up?
put him
Lauren
down.
now.
Pull. He shot him down
Got
with
it.
that one.
Okay, so you're rolling with Drake and Josh?
Oh yeah.
Why,
little
why,
reminiscent.
why would you roll with Drake and Josh?
I don't know. Just growing up like that, I feel like that show was just it for me. Like
All
it was just-
63. It was
just-
62 or 63 episodes.
I think it was like 63.
Cause I could have
Yeah,
sworn them
I
up.
think
I
it's
could have sworn they had like
Damn,
100.
you counted
Bro,
them
same.
out?
No, I saw it on
No,
Twitter.
there was
Oh.
a tweet one day. It was like something from each one of the
I learned so much
episodes.
from
Yeah,
Twitter,
yeah.
bro.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched that '70s show like with Savannah
Bro,
a little bit. and
That
it was-
70s show I
It's
got put onto
hilarious.
this summer, and let me tell you that the plot throughout it, dude, it's so funny. It is so funny.
Hanging
And you got
out.
legendary actors in it too. You got Ashton Kutcher, Mila
Mila Kunis,
Kunis.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For mine, I mean, I'm going to go with you guys, The Office, just because, like I said, it's so relatable. You point out the dry humor, and also, like, I just fuck with the characters, man. Dwight, oh my lord.
Who, like, if I knew somebody like Dwight, bro, my life would be complete. Like, we all need a fucking crazy friend like
Would
Dwight,
you hang
bro.
out with Dwight?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
If you
Yeah,
were a
I
real
would.
person,
Do
I would
y'all
hang out.
remember Jonathan Raber in middle school?
The Wizard?
The Wizard.
The Wizard.
The Wizard. Yes. Like that would be like somebody that I know like that could relate to Dwight.
I could
He
no,
was-
I
he
could
was
see that.
crazy as-
That dude
he
was
was crazy as
hilarious. One of the funniest people I think I've ever
Steve
known.
Carell is still the funniest on that show, in my opinion.
Oh, easily. Michael Scott's
Yeah.
a fool. Have you ever seen the Scott's Tots where he promised that one class he'd pay for their tuition? He has to go in there and be like, yeah, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
All right, going back.
That's funny. As hell.
Boys, so obviously the news broke out that Dion Waiters overdosed on gummies on
my
his team
God.
Dwight.
How does
so,
that,
He
how
didn't
does that
overdose. He
happen?
just had a panic attack.
So my question to you
he
guys
started
is,
stress.
what are your thoughts on the
tweaking.
cannabis use in sports in general?
All right, cannabis use in sports. I obviously think they're undergoing all that pressure, all that stress, everything. I personally have real bad anxiety. I can see why players are using this to cope with that. When you get out under the spotlight, all these extra factors come in, and you don't expect them to come up. They just arise, and that's just kind of how it goes. I can see how they do that. It helps tone it down for them, and then I mean, Dion, come on, man.
That's
you're
what I'm
you're
saying,
making everything
bro.
look a little.
I'm like,
bad
you
right
making
now.
everything. You just made the job a little bit harder for everybody else. We were almost at the goddamn finish
We're
line.
getting
Here
there,
you are.
Dion. Come on.
We were almost finishing the race. We were right there, and then you just
On the
Like,
plane
come
too,
on.
like just tone down the dosage, bud.
like, come on, we getting legalized
How did that
here,
story
medicinal
break? That's what I wanna
purposes.
know.
I don't even know.
How does
It
that
was
get
of
out?
nowhere.
I saw it on
Out of
Barstool.
nowhere.
But how does it get out from the Heat's plane?
That's
Like,
what I'm
why
saying,
don't you
like, somebody
keep
just
that
had
to
to-
yourself?
That's
somebody
what
just
I
like-
thought. I would be like, bro.
Is there
I'd be like,
insiders
"Dang,
on the
why'd y'all
plane?"
gotta tell everybody?
Is there
Damn.
insiders on the
Like,
plane?
oh shit, he high, he high. Oh shit, bro, back here
Yo,
sleep.
we gotta land. He's tweaking. He's tweaking, bro. We gotta
Damn,
land.
let me be high in peace.
But I think especially like for football players, I think like the amount of abuse
for-
that they
yeah,
take
that
on
the-
their bodies, like
For
The
sure,
turmoil
bro.
their bodies go through, you definitely need it for a sport like football. Not saying that you don't need it for basketball. I wouldn't say as much as football
Yeah,
players.
it's not
need
as
it.
grueling
not
on
as
your
much,
body.
but yeah, but come on, Dion.
Bro, and you gotta
just-
look at it like,
Come
would you
on.
rather take opioids or something, a different type of prescription that, you know,
Get you hooked and strung
it
out
can
for
maybe
the
get
rest
you
of your
hooked and
life.
strung out, man, and then you got marijuana over here, and it can
Don't
help
use
you
it. Don't
decent.
abuse it.
Exactly.
Use it. Don't
Exactly.
abuse it.
So,
we gonna make
I
some
was-
t-shirts.
I was watching an interview. Joe Rogan, shout out to Joe Rogan, by the way, hell of a
Definitely
podcast.
shout out.
He had an interview with Arian Foster, and you guys know who Arian
Yeah,
Foster
yeah,
is.
yeah.
He used to be the running back for the
No,
Texans.
he's an atheist.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I don't know.
yeah, I
didn't
knew
know
that.
that. But anyway, Arian was talking about how he had like his second back surgery in a matter of like 3 years, and the team had prescribed him like Percocet. But the thing is, it made him like real like nauseous and shit, so he couldn't take it.
that.
So his dad apparently walked into the room and like saw him like throwing up and suffering. He goes, "Hey, do you need some weed?" And Arian was like, Weed? wait, you're talking. You want to get me some weed? And he was like, yeah, I'm about to go get you some weed. So he got him some bud. Went to the obviously dispensary, got him some bud, and it cleared him. I mean, he was healed with. I mean, he obviously helped him with the pain management a lot better than the Percocet. Because I'd much rather consume cannabis rather than get on these pills that
I do not
these different pharmaceuticals are
bro.
like producing.
If I'm a professional athlete and I'm putting my body through all types of stress and getting beat up every week, day to day, I'm not popping any type of pill, bro.
No.
I'm going straight to the plant.
Yeah.
Straight to the plant.
Straight to the plant.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why. They just need to fix it. Like,
they do.
Obviously, the NFL will turn their head to it. The NBA, there's a lot more tests, so it comes up a
NBA
little
is
bit
damn
more.
near racist, though. That's why they test all
they
that.
need
Because the NBA's.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
That's a bold statement.
No, I didn't say it. But
But Matt Barnes said it. Like, Matt Barnes even said, like, that's because I was watching an interview with him and Steven Jackson, and Steven Jackson.
Why would it not be the same?
And he was just saying they're literally just doing this.
The commissioner is
a
Trump supporter.
Well, yeah, but anyway, it just seems like they're targeting just African American athletes. It's like, that's wrong. Like, the only reason why they test that much is literally to go after them. Like, I just feel like that's bullshit.
But if you look at it, ain't 95% of the NFL black?
I know Eric Bledsoe got tested.
So shut your ass up.
That's what I was
this past
thinking.
week
You can't say
after
that.
We got a lot of
taking
diversity
off
in
dribbling
those
on the inbounds.
Oh yeah, he got tested.
He got tested the next day. They said.
Ain't nobody trying to hear it just because they're black. Man, Bernie Sanders probably smoked weed.
All right, man. So my last little random thought I had was, if you had to choose one celebrity, dead or alive, who would you talk to and why? Like, if you had to have a conversation with somebody.
I'd probably say Neil Armstrong, just because they lost that footage of the moon landing. I want to ask that man what he really saw, and then I'd say if we're talking about more life aspects in general, I want to talk to Kanye, just because. If you're out there, we know you got the
creative,
one of the most
very
abstract
mindsets known to man. Like, I just want to see what he what's his thought process of everything. Like, how is he going about achieving this, achieving that, and how does he think he's gonna accomplish this? Like, what steps is he taking along the way? Maybe he might troll the internet a little bit on the way. Like, I just kind of want to see into his mind, like, what he's really talking about, because it just seems like he's deep in there.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
sure.
What about you, Holden?
It's tough, man.
I'll jump over there for a little bit. See what's boiling in your pot, bruh.
I'd probably have to go with Tupac, because I'd want to just talk to him about how he views this generation of hip hop. Like, what are his opinions on it, and how he would if he were still alive, how he would critique it in a sense, Because I feel like the culture has definitely shifted. Like I said before, and earlier in the pod, the culture, there's definitely been a culture shift. Because back then, with the obviously the OGs like J. Cole, Drake, Lil Wayne, Kanye, they're all they bring a storytelling aspect to hip hop. I just feel like that's totally gone away now, and I definitely think Tupac was the pioneer of storytelling in hip hop. So I definitely would conversate with him about maybe what he views the culture is now, how he views it, what's his opinions on it, What about you, Elijah?
For the live aspect, I would definitely have to go with Gary V, because I know.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Gary V. He's got tons of knowledge to give me, and I'll take all that.
Yeah, boy.
Gary V. I would say Jackie Robinson for the dead one, just because the stuff that he had to go through. I just want to talk to him and just kind of see what he was going through, and the stuff that he had to experience.
Definition of a soldier, man. I wouldn't. He's a good one, bro. Because if it was me back then, I'd have been in some trouble.
That movie 42 about him too.
That's whole.
Because it's when you're watching these movies and you see the shit they went through. It's I know my attitude I have today.
Didn't break
you
either.
would whoop somebody's ass.
You got a pitch thrown
You
straight
see
at his
those
head.
pieces of the movie where he does break, but it's it's under it's in the tunnel, you know, around
around
the
like
stadium. Like it's more secluded.
And his manager had a lot that
but
he was.
His manager was really cool though. I didn't even know that like behind the whole Jackie Robinson story.
Yeah,
I didn't know his manager was that cool.
I forget the name of it. Yeah, like Ricky or something. But
Branch Ricky.
Yeah, Branch Ricky.
Stay with a stogie. And he just point him.
Harrison Ford did a good job.
He's the OG for that. Yeah.
But also, I would say Kevin Hart too, just because he's hilarious, and he's still inspirational, and we're big on that.
He's just now.
Always strive and prosper. You know what it is.
Is he good from his?
He's just now. He's still rehabilitating from it. So
okay, because I was concerned about that.
Really?
Okay. He's
what about you, Trey?
What about you?
But for me, I would have to go with my OG. Denzel Washington.
Ooh, Denzel,
definitely.
Top 5 actor, in my opinion.
He would definitely be one of my top.
Really motivational too. He's spoken at graduations.
Really, yeah. He's went around and spoken for colleges. And then my other one would have to be Steve Jobs, just from a business aspect, because like he's a hipster, bro, and he just had like this whole thing in his head. Like he just saw Apple like from start to finish. Like, yeah, it's a growing process, but, like, if you watch the movie Steve Jobs and it's played by Ashton Kutcher, that dude was something.
I need to watch that.
You really need to watch that. Like, anything documentary-based, like, real life, if it's happened, I want to watch it. Because I want to see the steps that you took or, like, see how you went about it, you know? But, like, Steve Jobs, he has an amazing story.
For sure, yeah.
Cool, no doubt.
They even got the Tupac, the All Eyes
on
Me.
You got the All Eyes on Me?
I gotta watch that,
bro.
for sure.
I've watched that. It's
definitely
a good movie.
No doubt.
It's
no
really
doubt.
Yeah.
Man, let's just shift over to a little bit of inspiration, guys. What's some inspiring words you want to tell the people? Go ahead, E.
You know, just like we preach every day in the bio, everything like that. We're here to learn from you guys. We want more feedback again, just like we said last week. We appreciated all the feedback last week. Really went smooth. We took everything into account. The good thing for us was that we'd been talking about a lot of those things too, so it resonated with us well. We're here to entertain you guys. That's just what we're here to do. And then we're here to inspire you guys, just like this, man. We want to see some people doing podcasts. It's actually one person I saw through social media this week's actually trying to start their own podcast. So, I mean, we could have been an impact from that. I don't even know.
Sure.
Like,
you never know.
Yep. I just want to see it.
Definitely. For me, I just want to say, I keep mine short, but don't stop even if it feels like it's if it's not going to go anywhere. Like you just got to keep going. You just got to stay motivated, stay persistent, stay positive.
Don't get stationary.
You can't get stationary. Always just got to be on the move at all times, bro. You just can't. Moral of the story is don't give up. You know, that's really all I got.
I would say kind of to go off that, just like you're gonna go through stuff. You know, it's just about how you respond to it. I think. So it's you're gonna, no matter what. I just say keep going. Just think, if you go through something negative, just kind of think, next up, look ahead rather than behind. Because when you dwell on mistakes, when you dwell on things like that, it's going to affect yourself moving forward. So I think you just need to always just invest in yourself, take care of yourself,
Yeah, what's that?
Self-care.
What is that thing Gary said? He says, learn how to fail. Like, get comfortable.
Learn how to
fall in love with failing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Russ always says, real wealth is loving yourself. So always show love to yourself, because that's most important.
Definitely.
No doubt. I definitely think one thing that I would have to say is, like, just find your passion and run with it, man. Obviously, this is all of our passion. Like, we want to do this for a living, so obviously we started it and we wanted this thing to get going. And I definitely think a lot of people they find it hard to find their passion. It's just like, just think about all the things you like. And then, like, let's just say you like basketball. Maybe try to be a member of the media or something like that. Maybe try to be a journalist for basketball. If you love talking basketball and just playing basketball in general, maybe try to be a coach. Just find your passion, run with it. Because like I said, it's just a lot of people it's hard for them to find their passion. Just remember, just think about all the things you like, all the things you dislike, and just run with it.
And
man.
even when you find it, man, then you know you're going to reach those points of when you really got to get going into it. Like, a lot of people don't want to get started because they're scared of that judgment that's going to come with that. Like,
that's just
go for it, bro.
Like you can't go through like I'd be surprised, son of a bitch, if I see somebody go through life and they don't face adversity. Like, it just comes.
It's just gonna make you stronger.
Happen.
It just comes with it, bro. You just gotta face it, and you just gotta man up.
Don't be worried about when no one's
go to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
That's big.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, thank you guys for your support once again. Just keep it coming, man. We got a lot of big-time guests coming on, I'm telling you right now. Y'all will definitely want to stay tuned in. I'm telling you right now. So thank you guys.
Always strive and prosper.
Always strive and prosper, no doubt.
Thanks for
We'll
tuning
see y'all
in.
next time.